Hi everyone, it's Aya James. I'm so excited to share this Blizzard Meteor build that melts everything so fast in Season 3. It melts Uber Duriel in 7 seconds, and melts Uber Lilies in 4 seconds, without Uber Pet Stones. If you have them, awesome, it will be even better. This is my first time trying Blizzard build, which comes with some learning curves. So in this video, I will cover all the lessons I learned and the key synergies so that it will be easy for you to assemble one. Also, you will find out how to get the new unique helm, Starfall Coronet, easily, and why it is so good with Blizzard builds. Before starting, I'd like to assume you are in endgame, like level 90+. Check out this video if you are looking for a fun and efficient progression build before that. It will be easy to switch to this Blizzard build from that build by just swapping 3 gear pieces. You can also find this Blizzard build in full details at the end of the video or in the description of the video. Now let's get it started. The first main mechanic for Blizzard build is the glacial aspect, where ice spikes will be spawned at the Blizzard location and deal tons of damage. So the more Blizzard duration, the more ice spikes. That way we'll use the Mage's Blizzard passive to increase our Blizzard duration and get even more ice spikes. The second key is the aspect of the frozen tundra. The thing matters here is the 50% increased explosion radius. At first I crafted a Blizzard build without this aspect, and this is what it looks like running the build. Just no damage, because many ice shards don't hit enemies. In short, you can treat this aspect as a 50% damage improvement on ice shards, and is a must-have. Although it synergizes with Deep Freeze, we don't need to use it as we have enough defense and can go full DPS in the build. One note, the Blizzard rank doesn't affect the Ice Spikes damage, so we will only need 1 rank here. Blizzard Ice Spikes itself has massive damage scaling, which is great, but it has a problem. The initial damage is not very impressive. This is because we need more time before a couple of Blizzards are casted at the same location to spawn enough ice spikes to melt everything. Luckily, we have a new sorcerer unique to address this issue in Season 3, Starfall Coronet. It enables Meteor to be a cooldown skill, so we have enough mana to cast Infinite Blizzard, and deal massive instant AoE damage to burn down small groups of monsters, so that we don't need to wait for ice spikes. Also, we will use the Wizard's Meteor passive to further synergize with the Devouring Blaze to trigger the immobilized bonus. The passive enables all meteors to stagger bosses fast too. Last, we will use the Asus Ferocity key passive to improve the meteor damage, combined with the Ancient Flame aspect to get 50% further attack speed to even boost our ice spikes damage, because we cast much more blizzards within the same period. And we will use the concentration aspect to get enough mana generation to cast infinite blizzards, since it costs more mana to cast more blizzards. We don't use the avalanche key passive here as it doesn't improve ice spikes damage, and we have enough mana. With all above, this build has superb performance in speed farming, as well as insanely fast boss clears that we've seen at the beginning of the video. To get the Starfall Coronet, we will need to farm the Uber Ice boss, and we need this mat to craft the entrance ticket. These mats will be dropped randomly from completing nightmare dungeons. From my experience, I farmed the Uber Ice boss more than 15 times before I saw one Starfall Coronet drop, which requires 135 stacks of this mat, so be aware it will take some time to get this new unique. I also crafted 2 versions of this build, one for tier 100 Nightmare Dungeons and Nightmare Vaults, and one for max DPS for boss fights. In the tier 100 dungeon version, I used the Snow Veiled aspect plus the Disobedience aspect to build enough armor, and used the Ice armor to improve our survivability, so we can face tank Butcher until it is staggered and melted in 5 seconds. It is pretty easy to switch to the boss fight version. We just need to switch to the Raiment of the Infinite and the T-Boss Wheel for further damage, and update our skill tree to use Flame Shield to avoid one-shot mechanics. Remove the Ice Blaze passive and get Glass Cannon for further damage. One note in the Paragon board is that we will use the Stalagmite Glyph to improve Ice Spike's crit chance and damage in this build. We will use the Flash of Adrenaline Governing Stone to get 20% multiplicative damage, and use the Tempest Governing Stone to improve crit chance, mana regeneration, and to apply vulnerable. While Blizzard builds are powerful, it could be a little boring running pure Blizzards. I find this build fun enough that I can throw meteors now and then to monsters, and burn them down instantly instead of waiting for the damage from ice spikes. I also like how it shines in farming uber bosses, but it does require the bosses to be static. It feels great if we can trick the boss to stay at the same spot and melt it in just a few seconds. If you like the video, please help me share it and subscribe to my channel for more Diablo 4 Minmax sorcerer content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.